son of a bitch.
That's right. What he said. Hey everybody, welcome back to another little episode of FF14 Shadowbringers on this channel. Let's get back into it, shall we? We left off in Amarang on the west side now. Making our way slowly through. Making our way downtown, slowly. In order of... I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry, I'm in one of those moods where I'm just feeling a little wacky and goofy. But I'll try to behave, Mean people in queue. Might as well check my messages while waiting around. I forgot how quick the loading times are. There we go. Alright. We're in. Keep going. Alright, Jarek, what's next? Down for maintenance. Yeah, that's gonna be this game in a couple weeks on Tuesday or Monday. For 24 hours again. Probably. Very likely. It's for patch 6.18. Not that it'll do you any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you'd like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. Lead the way, my good sir. Looks like someone's already beat us here, but please, look about as much as you like. Alright. Thou art come to examine the Talos? Yeah. The name tag is really high. Maybe that's how tall it is when it's fully standing. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. You mean it didn't? That sword is massive. Like, I know Dark Knights have big swords, but, like, this one in particular is just huge. It's like, because it's not just, like, long, like all the other ones, but it's also got a lot of fucking girth. Anyway, I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us, 'tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. Would likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of ether. Oh wow, really? Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you. But what exactly do you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. As I did suspect from the first, it is host to a network of veins through which ether floweth freely. Oh, like blood through our veins. Oh. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures which now impede said flow. How in the hell do you get all that from just a glance? I take it you've thought up a solution as well then? To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conductive to ether. Once in place, I believe it would be possible to restore the Talos to life. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require? Sure. What else do I do, besides being everyone's fetch boy, errand boy, or whatever? Like, this is not surprising. I thought you were gonna ask me. Not far beyond the walls of Twine dwelleth a creature of living stone. The Debitage. Fully sure am I that stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs. Alright. Leave it to me? Very good. I shall have Thancred and Menphilia attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of ether in the Talos, and thus would I ask you to provide 3 stones of the debitage. All else will be made ready upon thy return. That guy's excited. Because, you know, they've never had one of these up and running. They forgot. They lost the knowledge to fix it. To fix any of these. What the hell? He's bathing in sand or something. He's just like restoring his carapace, making sure it stays nice and thick. Look. It's interesting to see what some monsters do when they're idle, right? Alright, fuck this. Oh, right, 3 of them. Forgot. Oh! Wait, what the hell is... There we go. Wait. Full? Wish we had a mage like him around sooner. As you might imagine, we've had trouble convincing people to come here to help. They either refuse outright or demand payment far beyond anything we could hope to afford. That's why we've made such little progress in repairing the Talos. We've pored over every scrap of paper left behind by Daedalus Stoneworks, hoping we might learn how it's done, but there just isn't enough. Yeah, that's why he's excited. Talos sits lifeless, waiting to be repaired. Tancred and Menphilia will return along with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the debitage? Yes. Or the debitage. Chunk of rock taken from a debitage. Here you go. Fine specimens, one and all. We have my thanks. We need now but wait for Tancred and Menphilia's return. From end to end, the paths by which ether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They but require a sufficient endowment. You gonna pour your ether into it, or what? He can't do it. It's not moving. Strange. The core refuses to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. As a heart driveth blood through a man's veins, so doth the core ether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored. So it was a heart after all. Thou didst foresee this outcome? Well, no. Not exactly. Not exactly, son. We'd never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another, in case things turned out as they are now, but... Jarek? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jarek. If something went wrong, maybe we can help. Alright. After all you lot have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. Though the Talos yet wants for a beating heart, here thine efforts were not for naught. Well, thanks. What could be so terrible he'd want to keep it from us? I hope Jarek doesn't get in trouble for telling us what happened. We'll just have to keep it on the DL then. The truth hurts. Yes, I think I've said that like 3 times in the past couple streams, I don't know. Maybe once or twice. Right then. The Talos. Their hearts cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry, but you'll have to hear it from Thaf or someone else. What? I'm back to the tavern then. Okay, hold on. What terrible tragedy befell him years ago, I wonder? You don't suppose Thaf is gonna run off too, do you? This is all my fault. I never should have pressured him. Well, we gotta get to the bottom of this somehow, though. Still here, eh? You could ask again, but the answer is the same. Our trolleys are... Oh no, shut the fuck up and listen to what I gotta say. What? God damn it, Jarek. Could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing how you made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think he may be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow the bottle's never deep enough.
no bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too.
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Damn. It's a hell of a refresher course on Tancred's past. It's easy to forget something that happened such a long time ago, you know? Not for those damn Talos, shit. Why must he always treat me like this? I wish there was more we could do for you, I truly do. But after Agnes' accident, no one is allowed near those mines. Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. Yeah, he lost Moonbreeder. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Staff, knowest thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you near all of the veins were capped dry years ago. Well, I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something on Newbie's leavings. It was opened well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthjon and tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Leon, I think it best Tancred join thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil, and his thoughts clouded. It would be unwise to ignore his distress. I pity attend Tancred and keep him occupied with the task at hand. Alright. Guthjon has worked in these mines longer than near anyone I know. You do well to heed his advice in there. Right on. Tancred? Off to somewhere, are you? Yeah, and I need you to come with me. At last, the lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. Dude, that dude almost died. Did you guys see that? That player over there, his health was dangerously low. What the hell happened? Or maybe he just changed job classes to something that had way more health. I don't know. I was like, what the fuck? Just saw a health bar nearly empty. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. Excellent, he took the bait. That was always the plan, Tanker. That was always the plan. Oh look, we made it to level 77. We're 3/4 of the way there. Well, I guess technically not until we finish. So, not until we actually get to level 78 are we actually 3/4. 3/4 is done. Mostly. A convenient distraction. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. Can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Newbie Gleamings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving. Though we should probably hear what Goose John has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. That part also kinda sucks when you don't have flight yet. Not terrible, though. Is this our man? Hmm? Who are you and what are you doing in here? Easy, tranquilo, buddy. Spare. Well, you should have listened to Path. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is Leonine. All the Talos in the Hills of Amber are powered using them. Or were, at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. And our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine. What do you want? The other day I found a Vobert gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Vobert gold piece. And why don't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it, and I'll tell you what you want to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. Seems we have our work cut out for us, Leon. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. I wasn't working that deep in the mines, so don't go searching too far. As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here. Meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these sundrops. Or these sundrops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effect wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry. Dark sight. 3 minutes. Auto run fail. What's this? Nothing. So that was... Oh! Didn't mean to hit X again. As you search the shadow, the glint catches your eye. You turn over a rock and find the Velvet gold piece. I guess that way's closed off with a little... tiny ass blockades you can just kick over. I wasn't working that deep in the mines, so don't go searching too far. Okay. Well, we got it. I was hoping he dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool for me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side. Yeah, it never works out that way, does it? Velvet gold piece, currency minted by the Kingdom of Velvet. No shit. Here it is. Oh, maybe she is. Oh, yours at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. Oh, no. Come on now. Most of these are true. This, well, could have done it without your sun drops. So you say, but you have a proven knack for success regardless of circumstances. This is true too. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted. I only managed to survive the Curthan wilderness in the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation. A habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits which endeared me to Louisoix, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Like Batman, he doesn't have superpowers, but he makes up for it through ingenious little, well, like he said, tools and trinkets and that fancy utility belt of his. And, you know, his ninja skills, obviously. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. Yeah, he'd be fucked if he had been like everybody else that's a Scion, basically, a magic user. He would have had to completely learn a whole new trade after what happened to him with Lahabread. Excuse me. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me, and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Oh, glad you see it that way, yeah. I mean, even as a gunbreaker, he has trouble because he needs Minfilia to load up his cartridges with ether. Now let's hurry and see that return to Guthjon. The sooner we get back to Urianger and Minfilia, the better. Good talk, Tancred, good talk. I'd rather not stay here any longer than necessary. Let's get going. You're back! Wait, does that mean... Yep, I got it. I'll be damned. You actually found it. Well, a deal's a deal. But don't think this means you'll find what you're after. A dirty job. Oh shit. Where's Mike Rowe? To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. I hope you waited for the sun drops to wear off. They work wonders in the dark, but in the light of day, they'll only bring you pain. Oh, I get it. So they're kind of like when those drops that dilate your eyes at the eye doctor or something. They actually did wear off before I got out here, luckily. But I don't think it actually affects you. Yes, it's awful though. Whenever I've gone to the eye doctor and I've gotten those, you know, the dilation drops or whatever. Even if you close your eyes and cut off all light sources in your room and lie down and just close your eyes, it still fucking hurts. It's crazy. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. Boy, perceptibly, yeah, it does get brighter because your eyes are getting more used to you being in the dark. But you're constantly in there. But you're not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. First, I have to ask. You ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms? I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. And, on occasion, they come back with something valuable. They dig up Leonine in the mines? It's a rare occurrence, but yes. That said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide. So how can we draw out these rockworms? That way? Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll have a look. We should split up if we're to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. Okay. The acrid smoke from bombs such as this is said to drive knockers into a frenzy. The air in the mines grows thick with smoke. Nearby you hear the soft rumbling of stones. Hey, here they are. Oh, there's more. Alright. Let's go. I have to make sure I've covered my bases here. There's 7. Okay, they're not going to be that hard to find with the purple smoke. Damn. Alright. Emphasize and recharges. Alright. Well, there goes that. I knew there'd be more. Okay. Have to sit there camping them. This is the part I remember being the biggest dragon here. Oops. Don't know why I did that, but at least it's not as dangerous as Super Belite in this circumstance anyway. Basically, wrong button. I found my fair share of rocks. Hopefully there's leonine among them. There you are. Find anything promising? 7 glittering rocks. Chunk of rock taken from the height of a knocker. A funny name. How's this? Between the two of you, I'd say you've got quite the haul. Let's get comfortable, friends. It's gonna take time for me to sift through all this. Well...
You may not remember this about Arminfilia. But prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner.
I remember that, yeah, her dad taught her.
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade.
Sorry, that's what it
I
was.
think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily.
Right before I said that, I was like, wait, actually, I think it might have been her that taught him, or that taught Minfilia after her father died, yada
In
yada.
those days, I spent most of my time in the quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work.
Just loosening tongues
I
there,
always
Fred?
felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
Not your finest hour, to say the least.
Far from it, and Flamine has never let me live it down. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this!
This is called character development. Good growth. Well, character growth and
Tells me
development.
it's leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
No way.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
Also love that this beautiful song by the great Nobuo Uematsu here, Twilight over Thanalan, kind of just became Thancred's little theme song. In a way. It's the song that plays when you meet him, so... Well, assuming you start your adventure in Ulga, that is. Dirty job complete! Oh, cool though, how he said, how he reflected back on those days. I felt responsible for Minfilia's father's death. So he just, you know... As he said, threw himself into his work, but that was just gathering info at taverns, so it just was an excuse to go get drunk. Trying to drown his sorrows, just like Magnus. I see why he related to him and everything, was able to talk to him quite well. All makes sense now. It's easy to forget that backstory, but there was 2 incidents, I think, where Gubu escaped from its chains in the Ulda parade. And the one we saw in 1.0, and then one way before that, where Minfilia was a lot younger. And that's how she lost her father. It's weird, there's 2 incidents that are identical like that. You know, Thancred was the one who blames himself for that one, for not being able to save her dad. But then he was there to actually save Lamin, at least, for the second incident, which we saw the cutscenes for in 1.0. I had hoped we would find Leonine, but to find that particular specimen is nothing short of a miracle. Yeah. Magnus is going to be thrilled about this. One last memento and even a farewell / goodbye, basically, from his wife. I forgot how they said they lost his son. I think we learned that when we first got here yesterday, but I kind of forgot, yeah. Magnus, I mean. The hell is that cactus doing back there? You dancing? Have a heart. Oh, he's stumbling. I thought he was dancing. I wouldn't believe it had I not seen it for myself. Before you said it in the Telos, would you take it to Magnus? Of course. For 3 long years, he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth. That a sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Guth John, for all your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. Have a heart. A tearful goodbye message filled with love, etched into what's going to become the Talos' heart. Poetic in so many ways. Gods, what do we say? Let's give it to him. What? Oh, it's you. If you've come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run and you wouldn't listen. Oh, but it will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus. From Agna. No. No, she couldn't have. Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will. Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but I said take it. It was you who found it, you who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be. I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Urianger? Sorry I couldn't be of more help. By the sounds of it, you have a knack for handling strange requests. On the bright side, Urianger taught me a lot about the Talos and their hearts. I think I can help if they need further repairs. Finally, we can move on to Nabatharain. Assuming this works, of course. You found Leonine? Truly? Then what are we waiting for? Let's get that trolley moving! You what? By the gods, I didn't think it possible. Thou art returned, and with Leonine, it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jarek, Thaf, and Minfilia. At last we shall return time to the Timeless, this sentinel of stone, that we may press on towards Nabatharain. A rare mineral used to power the Talos in the hills of Amber. Well, here you go. Very good. Now let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
It looks so sad. It looks like a feels bad man, right there. Its face.
It's working! It's working! Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't.
She took that too personally. Not the right way at all.
What troubleth thee, child?
shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the Oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Door. He's not close.
Not today.
Meanwhile, in the Crystarium, I was gonna say that hit pretty close to home for me because I used to have thoughts like that when I was a child too. For different reasons, but nevertheless, they were the same exact thoughts, almost word for word. What she said about herself, wishing she wasn't here and doesn't deserve to be here, and the world would be better off without her, yada yada. That's why it got me really hard. It's like I was hearing my past self talk when she broke down like that.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time.
Of course.
Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of the sacrifice of brave heroes who gave their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
Outdoing even the Asians, huh? That tower. Quite something, isn't it? And the Crystal Exarch knowing how to wield it, knowing the ins and outs of it, it's quite something too. I'm fine. Really, it's just been a long day. There you go. Little head pat for me too. You know, I realized everyone else I'm just patting the air and consoling the air. If you're not like synced up with someone to the point where you can see the same NPCs that they can see, they're just gonna see you doing those motions towards the air. So those people who are probably on a different part of MSQ, they just saw me doing that shit to the air. And even on the even if you have the emote thing turned on for your text box, same thing. For me it says I consoled Minfilia and I gently patted her. They probably see something in their chat box like I just consoled the air and patted the air. My apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss. Oh, if you're synced up though, and they actually see the same NPCs as you do, exactly in the same spot and everything, then it'll be accurate. Which brings me to the question: how didst thou find Thancred during your search? He spoke of Minfilia. Of his own accord? See. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. Yeah. I attempted to broach the subject before. My intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. The regret I myself know all too well. think there's a lot of people familiar with that kind of thing, actually. Alas, in the end, he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now, let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and Abatharang await. Magnus maketh ready for our departure even as we speak. Might I prevail upon thee to inquire as to his progress? Okay. Take it easy, Minfilia. Just thinking about the trolley speeding down the tracks, gears whirring. God, I can't stop smiling! I haven't seen this in years. You've done us a kindness far greater than we deserve. Thank you. I mean it. Magnus. Full steam ahead. The picture. All coming to a head. Finally. The pivotal moment for Thancred and Minfilia. Which is why we've been seeing so much character development for them up to this point. All leading up to something. Oh shit, I forgot to turn this off. Let's see what the fuck he just said. He said, "It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna was here to see it. Or our son." Like I said, I remember somebody mentioned how his son died, but I forgot. That was last stream. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines. Even after you'd found the Leonine, I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'm going to take good care of this Talos, for both their sakes. On behalf of my family and all the miners of Twine, thank you. Well, enough chitter-chatter. Let's get you lot to Nabatharang, eh? Right on. Thanks, buddy. Everything seems to be in order. I take it the Talos' presence resolves the issue of the gate? Oh, that. Yes. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we can finally go to Nabatharang? You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get that Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around the curves. Understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair to the mines, then. Before we go... While you were away with Leon, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one. It's the practice cartridge you gave me. Oh, really? I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm honestly not sure what it will do. But I wanted you to have it. For luck. She's been overpowering that one cartridge? With either? Overcharging it? Minfilia, Only words unspoken, Thancred, come on. We should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. So I think the plan is we're gonna ride from there, down here past this, and then, past this gate over here, and all the way here to Ladle. Oh shit. Too busy looking at the map. Luckily, Thast and Jarek didn't spend the last few years trying to drink themselves to death, and had the good sense to maintain this stuff. I'll have to thank them later. Ever since we got the Talos moving again, Jarek has been acting strangely. Perhaps strange isn't the right word. More... overexcited. But as long as he gets the job done, I suppose I can't complain. He's excited, alright. Is this not the most beautiful sight you've ever seen? Oh, if only I could capture this moment in a painting, or even a quick pencil sketch. Hey, you seem pretty good at... everything. You wouldn't happen to be an artist too, would you? No, far from it, but... there is someone we do know who is. It's a shame he's not here, though. Alfino could have granted your wish, probably very quickly. And succinctly. I know what you're thinking, and I will talk to her, when the time is right. Keep waiting for the perfect time, and it may never come. And then you'll be left with the regret of not having done it when you had the chance. Just saying, that stuff does happen. Can't just keep waiting around for the perfect time to do stuff, folks. Whether it's talking to someone like that, or, you know, waiting around for the right time to start that new project. Now's the time. Because right now is all you have. That's it. That simple. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You know the things. All appeareth ready for the grand departure, but one task yet remaineth. Until it. So this is it. We're finally going to Nabotharain. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her. To the real Minfilia. I hoped when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. Because you're nervous. You don't want to fuck it up since it's your only chance. That's no reason to give up, Tom. Not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me to get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting. I heard a familiar sound. But that's the way it is. Alright, well, at least they gave me fair warning. In that case, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and be right back. Should only be about 5 minutes. Hopefully less. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue, shall we? Damn. Well, at least it's not a dry cough. Not a red flag, right? Hopefully. There you are. So, what do you think? A little primitive looking, I'll admit, but Daedalus Stoneworks has always favored a simple, intuitive design, and that philosophy has served us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. And plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it, which makes for fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? I'm ready. Alright then, watch your step. Hey, Lorcan! Happy to have you. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Having a fantastic evening. I'm on right on that edge of late afternoon / evening, 5:32. Oh, this might be voiced. Probably is gonna be.
Urianger?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabartha Reng lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabartha Reng, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Urianger. Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
This is sketchy as fuck.
That must be the gate.
That is such a cool mechanism.
So far, so good.
Technology! I love it.
Wait, is that Ranjit?
Son of a bitch! He fucking knew.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell. Your deeds in the East did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you? And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets, it's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms! And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you! Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
Tancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Billy, we gotta go.
Not another step. Your fight is with me.
You think yourself her protector? As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me!
Whatever it takes, I swear I will end you. You lied to yourself as you lied to her. Aye, I lied. Kept secrets, but no more. She deserves better. A life of pain? Of ceaseless conflict and despair? Fuck.
Feast of my blood! Answer my call! Rend my foes! Ward their blows!
Ha! So you really are a monster. Unceremonious beheading? Better a monster than a deceiver, spinner of foolish dreams and false hopes. There is no folly in hope. Tell him, Tancred. Whoop his ass! I said as much myself once. I was wrong. Never again. Damn it! I need to line up a clean shot. I suppose if there's no other way. So that's what I should use. I got it. Shattered Sky.
When will you learn?
You're dead and buried! Yield now and I will grant you a quick death. But we've only just begun. Evade Ranjit using perfect deception. That's a ninja skill, holy shit! What is this foolishness?
Not good.
He's not even using that though, he's doing something else entirely. Strain is more than I remember. At least now I can get that shot. Shining Blade. Damn it! Charge-up time was enormous. That got him, barely. You court death for mere parlor tricks? Her life would be but a small price to pay. Then pay it you shall. You never understood her. She's not a bird to be locked away in a gilded cage. Jesus. Oh, I don't think I was watching the cast bar. He probably used Shattered Sky again, and I forgot to use the Nebula for it. I have to use it now then.
And you presume to be her protector?
So I have to use it again then. Ugh. Hold still, damn you.
No quarter!
Now I have you. No, you don't. Surprise, motherfucker. You have played your hand far too early, boy. Hell, I have. Not this time, asshole. Jeez, it still fucking hurts. Uh-oh. I can't block it. This has carried on long enough. Wouldn't you agree? I would. Pilia's last cartridge. Have to make it count. There you are! Oh. Shit! God, but how? Again! I'd hoped you would fall for it a third time. Two times was perhaps already too many. No more tricks? Then let us finish this. I can't move. Ow. Use Nebula at the perfect time. But you've not even seen the grand finale. Just a little more. One last disappearing act. Were you not struggling to stand? I might take you serious. I might think you serious. Oh, I am deadly serious. Soul deep invisibility. Fool! You think the shadows will save you? Fire your last cartridge. There's no escape, do you hear me? Thank you, Manpilia, for this precious gift. To hell with you! Nothing has ever beaten the intensity of this quest battle my first time through. I was so nervous and shaking all over when I first finished. That was... God damn. It's such an epic fight. It's amazing.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
It does drag on maybe a little too long, but still.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide, ever again.
He barely defeated him.
Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
Brilliant. Only up alright? This is the place, Leon. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happening, to just turn away. But I can't turn away now. Not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her. Full steam ahead. In the event that you leave the area, speak with the apprentice engineer at Twine and Amaring to return to Nabatharing. Oh, I see. We came from over here. Thancred and Ranjit fought here. Somewhere in this area. So, I guess now would be a perfect time, or else I'll forget. I like this dynamic that Thancred and Minfilia and Ranjit have. Because essentially it just boils down to, and I mean they made it pretty obvious right there with the whole, you know, how could you possibly think you could be a better father to her than like I was or something like that, along those lines that Ranjit said. Basically, the dynamic between Thancred and Ranjit is like, you can almost look at it like a very sad, heartbreaking, and also, you know, very intense and emotionally intense, physical too. We just, you know, that fight just now. Basically a very intense custody battle over Minfilia. It's basically what it is. You know, it reminded me of that my last time through. I was like, they're basically like fighting over custody for a child. They're like two parents who each one thinks they know better how to raise her than the other one. And that's basically what their main conflict between them is, basically. That's the essence of their drama. And Philly's just the innocent child stuck in the middle, you know? The children always suffer the most when that kind of thing happens. You know, when their parents fight and divorce, custody battles. It's probably, even though it's a very slow and long and arduous process, because of that, so it can be such a emotionally painful, it can take such a huge emotional toll, and we might as well just say it's traumatizing to the child or children having to go through that, watching their parents divorce and have custody battles and everything else. It's gotta be tough. That's basically what Minfilia's going through, along with the fact, you know, her own baggage, everything that happening, her, you know, her dynamic with Thancred is, you know, that conflict we've been seeing over and over about. She thinks he wants the old Minfilia back, so she just doesn't deserve to live, and she should just go away and let the old Minfilia come back, yada yada, that kind of thing. But it's like, there's so much going on. There's this storyline and these characters, like everything that's happening is just so emotionally charged. It really is on a different level from previous expansions. It's way more personal, which echoes the writers' well, it's consistent with the writing style of the head writer for this one, because that's how they made the Dark Knight storyline. They made it very personal. Unlike other job quest lines that I've played so far, I haven't done them all yet. They made it very personal for the player, for, you know, your character. Humanizes your character a lot more and everything. And they brought that into the writing for Shadowbringers very well. They made it feel very personal, not just for the player, but also for all of the characters. There's a lot of character growth and development here, using everything that's happened before this even, and it's just brilliantly done. Brilliantly executed. I think that's why people say this one hits different. But yeah, it's just such an upgrade from before. Just so much more intense. Emotionally intense for the player. Everything. Well, now it's time for Menphilia to confront her own demons, as Tancred confronts his back there. Crossroads, yeah. We're at a crossroads, very appropriately named. I can sense her presence, albeit faintly. Come on, let's look over by the crystal wall. I wonder if I suppose maybe one day I'll look it up, but shit, that scared the crap out of me. She was here, on the top of this building. This could be it.
Run for your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Valkyrie's voice actor.
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
It actually looks like a flood of water, but it's all just light. Brandon! Brenda Ray! Albert! Lamet! And Artbert.
No, stand back. We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Menphilia!
Hey, Deathwing Duck. Welcome back to the stream. Happy to have you. Hope you're having a good evening. You're doing well. came in at quite this moment. I don't know. Very emotionally charged moment right now.
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak.
It's good to see you again. And it's good to see you again too, Deathwing Duck.
My dear, sweet child. Yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured. Yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities, and all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. But I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them, but do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
I got the feeling she wasn't just... I don't know. I don't think she was talking about me and Minfilia, though. That felt very specific. Even the most valiant of heroes, she said. Can't do it alone, but together. Interesting how I missed this my first time through. It all makes a little bit more sense now. Yeah. Rest in pepperonis. Only wondering now how Sankard's gonna take it. Minfilia? You alright? What happened? I remember speaking with Minfilia, and then... Is something wrong? Your hair and your eyes. Oh, so I have to pick one or the other? Well, I guess I'll go with the order that I said out loud. Your hair, it's changed. I suppose it is a more drastic change than her eyes. Parting gift, I think. Yeah. Until now, I've walked the path she set before me. The path she set before all the Minfilias. But she's given me a new path, a new life, that I can call my own. Yeah, you're your own person now. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her. Warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within it. And the light wardens. There's one here in Amarang. Let's hurry back. The others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be angry with me, do you? It's what Minfilia wanted. I'm sure he'll understand. I'd like to think so too, but... Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. I just need a moment to think. Well, that's it then. I guess this time she's really gone now. Moment of silence from Minfilia. Her legacy. There's Thancred, and he's already been joined by the others, including Ishtola, Alize, and Alfino. They're all here. Thou art returned, but where is Minfilia? Welcome back. I see you fared better than Thancred. I think Thancred would say you should see the other guy. You're back! We were beginning to worry about you. Leon! Thank the gods you're alright.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Worried about me? I was worried about you, and look at you.
Really? He wasn't the one that nearly got himself killed.
Exactly, yes, thank you, Alize. What the fuck?
It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
A name?
It's her own person now.
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to be?
Oh, nothing.
I knew it. I was like, damn, the chirps. It's like, thanks, Captain Obvious.
What about Reem?
Meanwhile, Alfino's like,
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, does this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
oh shit.
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression.
Means he was already thinking about a name for her. If he could rename her.
Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reem. Yes, I rather like the sound of it.
It is a cute name. I like it too, honestly.
Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reem.
I won't let you down.
Our newest member of the Scions. Newest addition to our little posse. We have our entire Final Fantasy party together now. I guess whenever we get to the next dungeon, we'll have lots of party members to swap in and out with, right? Again, just like old time's sake, in classic Final Fantasy fashion, right? Got your whole party together, and then you choose who you want to take with you into battle. You only get like 3 or 4 people. So going back to the fight with Ranjit and Thancred, not only was I a nervous mess my first time through, as you might be able to tell from that video of my blind playthrough or whatever, but I also just had chills going through me, and like I was so emotionally charged in that moment. Hyped, yes, because of the fact that, you know, it was that, yeah, it was a very hyped moment for Thancred, but also just in general. At that point, you'd seen what Ranjit was capable of and how dangerous he was, and you're just like, holy shit, Thancred might die. And so, of course, during the battle, it's heavily scripted towards the end, he almost does, and then after the battle, even closer. You know, when he falls back, like they make you think he was really just about to die right there alone. After he defeats Ranjit and he falls back, leaving his gun blade stuck in the ground like that. It was a very emotionally heavy moment, you know? And that, all of that compounded together is, you know, what made it the most, for me, like the absolute most. Oof, okay, so it's actually tied. It might be tied, actually, no. Yeah, I was about to say the most memorable moment of this entire expansion of all of Shadowbringers, but no, it's tied for that, with one other moment that has yet to happen, so. Some might look back at my blind playthrough and say, that moment won out over this one. Maybe it did, but not by a lot, I can tell you that much. That's all I can say about it, because spoilers, so I'll leave it there. But yeah, this was still iconic. It's still my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments in Shadowbringers. And I don't think I have a moment like this with any previous expansion, so that's saying something. It's like what I was saying earlier, it's brilliant. The writing and the way it's executed was all brilliant. Very personal. Very emotionally intense as a result. It's very good. Anyway, as much as I want to continue, it's been 2 hours. I said it was going to be another 2-hour short little stream, so I gotta go for a bit and then come back, but I will be back in about an hour. And we will continue where we left off. Yeah, I know, Deathwing Duck. It's like, you just got here not that long ago, too. I'm sorry. But yeah, This is one of those days where I've been semi-busy-ish, so it's unfortunate, but yeah. I'll try to get back as quickly as possible, though, because I'm really hyped up myself to keep going, so I'll stop rambling and get going so I can get back sooner, right? So what's our next quest? A fresh start. Any picture? Well, there's your little cliffhanger image. So yeah. I will be back in about an hour, so until then, I'll do my usual little outro where I wish you all, you know, the best. Thank you very much for supporting my content. For those of you watching in the future, I appreciate the support on YouTube and Twitch. And for those of you watching right now in person, Aiden Lorcan, Deathwing Duck, I appreciate you both very much for coming by to keep me company as I record this, these videos. And appreciate the support very much for that too. And as always, to everyone out there, please take care of yourselves, look after each other. Cherish your loved ones. Thancred almost didn't have a chance to say what he wanted to say. You know, now's the time. Don't put things off. There's another one to add there. Cherish your loved ones, don't put things off. Take care of yourselves, stay safe out there. And until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whew. This was some heavy shit. I gotta go chill out. No, I wish. I gotta go do some stuff, so. Alright, see you later, everyone. Bye. Damn it, we're not in a sanctuary.